Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the midst of an increasingly intense conflict over Coyote Pass land, Sister Wives star Kody Brown seems to feel he's been treated unfairly, but in my opinion, he was the one responsible for the family's demise. Since he loves Robyn Brown and love is always right, I don't think he made the wrong decision in choosing her. The problem is that he may have prolonged his spiritual unions excessively. Just as Robyn and his ex-partner's well-being is important, so is Kody's. Kody is an individual. Although he never tied a damsel in distress to the railroad tracks, he is occasionally reduced to the level of a silent movie villain. He only attempted to prolong a plural marriage when it was time for it to end. There were other motivations behind Kody's actions besides self-interest. Perhaps he believed it to be the right thing to do. He was under a lot of pressure because he was brought up to think that those women were his responsibility. In actuality, Kody's ex-girlfriends are mature, self-sufficient women who can support themselves. Things frequently go wrong in relationships when one partner stops listening to their heart. There is a transcendence, honesty, and forgiveness that characterize true love. Kody experiences that type of love with Robyn. He provided the others an imitation of what they needed and desired, but it wasn't the same. Naturally, nobody was pleased. Everyone is depressed, including Kody. He most likely had no intention of hurting anyone. All of that grief and guilt must be carried by him. Although polygamy can be effective, in this instance, the dynamic left everyone feeling disoriented, angry, and bewildered. The other women could see that Kody was deeply in love with Robyn. He was never able to conceal his feelings for the delicate brunette. Therefore, letting go would have been preferable. He could provide Mary, Janelle, and Christine their freedom by releasing himself. Yes, it would be painful for a while. Breakups hurt. But instead of being stuck in a bad relationship, it's like the sun coming out when someone gets over a split. Take a look at what occurred to Christine once she realized that she would never be content with her spiritual union with Kody. It was as though a portal to paradise had been opened. Christine had a new man before she realized it, and she didn't have to tell anyone about him. She was completely ecstatic. There may be opportunities in pain. This is why cauterizing and healing might be helpful in some situations. Mary and Janelle, who are also rebuilding, have bravely continued on their own, demonstrating that they are perfectly capable. Kody no longer needs to play the victim, because everyone is progressing in their own unique manner. Robyn has a ring that matches the David Yurman signet ring that Kody is wearing above. Kody knew who he wanted, so he had already made up his mind. He ought to move on from the past and savor his affection. In my opinion, Kody ought to sell Coyote Pass and distribute the proceeds to his former partners who still own property. In order for everyone to truly be free, he needs to tie up these loose ends. The most humane thing he can do for both of them and himself is that he will inevitably experience worry and remorse if he continues to act out these dramatic scenarios. When he's fighting with ex-partners over a cursed piece of land that was meant to be the family's utopia, he finds it difficult to let go. All of that only serves to relive the memories. People need room to heal, reorganize, and discover who they are. Just some time to reflect, analyze, and forgive. It can be safe to be in that kind of emotional zone. It might be something significant that results in innovations. It's okay for Kody to adore Robyn. He and she get along the best. He seems to be understood by Robyn. People who make us feel understood are appealing to all of us. It is a magnificent form of emancipation to be known and cherished for who we truly are. Being with Robyn is unquestionably the proper choice if Kody has it with her, as he appears to have. Robyn evokes the man's gentler side and gentlemanly attitude, bringing out the best in him. It should be that way. He couldn't be the gallant man he is with Robyn with the other women. Thus, Kody made the right choice in choosing to live in monogamy with Robyn, and I hope they will be able to do so indefinitely. His affection for her is evident from the look on his face. I have no doubts whatsoever about that. Kody assisting his ex-partners would be beneficial. What would ease this difficult adjustment period for them, and what do they need? His life might be simpler if he puts aside his resentment and mistrust and admits that he had some influence over how everything turned out. The deep pain of seeing the preferred wife get love while they received so little is another possibility. His ex-partners may start to forgive him for all the slights. People could actually adapt. Cody may transcend the tormented dynamic that forces him to play the victim by being kind. He may swiftly sell the land to make amends with his ex-partners. He could attempt to put himself in their position. Instead of being so preoccupied with how he is seen, he might try to comprehend Robyn's perspective and accept that it was simpler for her than the other ladies. Everything comes down to consideration, and peace is always achievable. It has to do with etiquette. Cody will prevail when he treats his ex-partners with courtesy. Respecting them is the proper course of action. Understanding that relationships are sensitive is crucial. It takes a great deal of skill to mend a relationship that has seen so much upheaval. Cody can act like a gentleman. In Robyn's opinion, he is a gentleman. He only needs to go deep and treat his ex-partners that way. He can treat them as equals even though they are no longer his partners. He might discover that he relieves a great deal of discomfort when he does. Even if he may never get along with his ex-partners, being courteous and understanding can help him succeed and possibly make a big difference. Cody Brown from Sister Wives can help, in my opinion. The secret to a world where Cody can be happy and every brown woman can be her best self is positive energy. Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, bought an insurance policy to ensure that her husband, a TLC celebrity, would only look at her. This was the case from the beginning of the series, according to fans. However, it appears that in one instance, it had the opposite effect on the Brown family's fourth wife. The Sister Wives of Robyn Brown. She was a good game talker. Robyn Brown's statement that she wants sister wives much more than a husband is being reiterated by fans today. Fans, however, implied that she had the reverse in mind when she said those words. According to seasoned fans, Robyn Brown entered the Sister Wives family through Mary Brown. When his first wife and his new wife grew close, Cody Brown was ecstatic. This made it possible for Robyn Brown to attend the altar. Since the other two Sister Wives co-wives weren't treating her well, at least she had Mary to lean on. However, when Mary joined the other wives, their friendship quickly soured. As Cody's obsession with his new wife left little time for the other spouses, jealousy increased. Robyn's admirers believed at the time that she shunned her new co-wives. She said she took this action to make her entry into the family less difficult for them. Fans, however, have a different perspective after 10 years of Robyn. Robyn ensured that Cody and the viewers were only looking at her. Fans claimed that Robyn Brown had a strategy from the start. "I don't want a fancy wedding," she said. Even now, she maintains that she didn't want her to be the focus of their wedding. Furthermore, in a book that the 5 Sister Wives spouses co-wrote, she talked endlessly about this. Rather, she intended this wedding to be a celebration of the expanding family, involving all 5 spouses. Therefore, she decided to use Brown for the bridesmaid outfits. As bridesmaids, her 3 future co-wives joined her at the altar. The family name was meant to be highlighted by the use of Brown. However, the co-wives of Sister Wives didn't benefit from the clothes they wore. They merely emphasized Robyn instead. This is because, as the screenshot below shows, she was standing at the altar in the gown above, encircled by the other wives in brown clothes. Did Robyn's objective fail? Robyn had a brown dress of her own as well. She put it on for the spouses group shot. However, she wore her white bridal gown and looked like a princess for the majority of the day. Robyn made every measure to ensure that her future co-wives didn't shine, according to Sister Wives fans. Then she appeared on TV, resembling a magazine bride. Thus, Robyn's intention backfired if this fan hypothesis is accurate. This is due to the fact that enthusiasts concur that the costumes were grotesque. But since they were so visually striking, people couldn't stop discussing them on the internet. The brown dresses became a hot issue of Robyn Brown's wedding day, despite the unfavorable attention those garments received. Thus, in this instance from the TLC series, her plan faltered and then backfired. During her tenure on the TLC series Sister Wives, Mary Brown was frequently featured in screenshots and not always in a positive light. Recently, One of those disparaging images reappeared online, sparking debate on several social media sites. Sister wives, you can't ignore this. The story is conveyed via Meri Brown's face. Meri was supposed to wear this dress at the sister wives' family's commitment ceremony, which was hosted by Kody Brown and his 4 co-wives. One of the greatest episodes is Where This Is From. As a seasoned viewer, you can't help but remember the gowns the sister wives ladies prepared for them for the commitment ceremony. According to viewers, these ensembles would have been charged with a number of offenses by the fashion police. Meri's dress-fitting experience is seen in a screenshot. This is the brown bridesmaid dress, according to some admirers. It's not, though. Rather, it's the dress she's wearing to the commitment ceremony and fussing over in that photo. Is Meri not thrilled? Supporters claim that Meri Brown's gown is even more aesthetically offensive than the gowns they wore to Robyn's wedding. However, this one circulates online once more today. It therefore acts as a quick reminder of one of the many fashion blunders that the sister wives ladies encountered during the 18 to 19 seasons of the show. These days, Meri is such a fashionista that it's difficult to imagine her looking that bad. Fans of Sister Wives are already mostly aware of Meri Brown's fashion preferences. Furthermore, this doesn't seem to be the case. Not her style, Sister Wives. Meri typically sports a stylish and comfy casual ensemble. This color, which one supporter described as turd brown, is more like a tense potato sack. However, Meri Brown did not initially have the garment in mind. This commitment event was provided by the Brown family a few seasons into the show. Meri was fortunate that the garment could not be completed in time. For that occasion, she decided to wear a lime green dress that she purchased from the store. But sometimes, this picture shows up online and is confused with Meri getting measured for one of Robyn Brown's bridesmaid dresses for the first wedding in the series. Fans don't anticipate seeing a fashion failure of this magnitude for Meri on the TLC series as season 19 approaches. Sister Wives star Kody Brown talked about Garrison Brown's passing and his coping mechanisms in a recent interview. He also talks about one regret, which TLC series viewers might find surprising. Sister Wives. Brown, Kody, what Garrison Brown is like. Garrison Brown was a young man with promise, according to Kody Brown. He was making progress and had a lot to live for. Kody discussed his feelings upon the death of his 25-year-old son. You do have a little bit of an expectation, and especially with someone who basically has a bright future, Kody said. The 18-year-old father of Sister Wives went on. He was preparing for the future. He had always wanted a story to tell, an adventure. He was always either cracking a joke or wanting to talk about an adventure, the distraught father continued. Similar to Garrison's mother, Janelle Brown, Kody observed Garrison making plans for the future. As September approaches the 6-month anniversary of her son's passing, Janelle shared her views on social media. His sister wives' mother, who believed Garrison Brown was eager for what lay ahead, never anticipated this. There is one regret for Kody Brown. Viewers saw the conflict between Kody Brown and his boys on the Sister Wives show. Some were therefore taken aback when Kody disclosed his one regret. The distraught father laments not being able to spend more time with his son today. Kody wants to spend more time with Garrison so they may create more happy memories, just like most people do after losing a loved one. I want to go out to dinner again, he remarked. I'd like to take a seat. I want to have a beer, he added. I want him to attempt to make me laugh, because he was kind of that way. Then, Kody remarked, the only thing I regret is that I wish I had done that more often. The only thing you regret is not doing something. You didn't take longer. Sister Wives. Unable to return to his former position. Kody is unable to return to his previous location since Garrison Brown's death. After Garrison's passing, the Sister Wives' father's life has completely changed. This now-defunct family's patriarch declared, I can't go back to where I was. The fact that he is not here is incomprehensible to me. Kody said that losing a child causes sadness, very different from losing a close friend or a relative. Kody acknowledges that he may have had a better relationship with Garrison, but he didn't elaborate. It is likely that they were able to settle this issue before his kid died because Kody remained silent about the arguments he had with some of his boys that Sister Wives fans saw on film. According to reports, this new season's episodes feature the funeral. Cody's victim act just doesn't make sense amid Coyote Pass War. He's the one who shaped the Brown family dynamic. Introduction. In the latest season of Sister Wives, the family drama surrounding Cody Brown has reached a boiling point. While the Brown family navigates the ongoing Coyote Pass War, one of the most intense battles they've faced, Cody is playing the victim card. But here's the thing, Cody's victim act just doesn't make sense. After all, it was Cody himself who has shaped the Brown family dynamic over the years, often making decisions that have directly impacted the family's current struggles. From the controversial move to Coyote Pass to his strained relationships with nearly every wife, Cody's leadership, or lack thereof, has ignited chaos. Now, as the family fights over property, autonomy, and emotional well-being, Cody seems to want to cast himself as the injured party, the misunderstood patriarch struggling to keep it all together. But if anyone should be playing the victim role, it's the wives, who have had to navigate Cody's unpredictable decisions, emotional distance, and divisive leadership. In this explosive article, we'll break down how Cody's shifting narrative no longer holds up and why it's time for fans to question his claims. With deep dives into the Coyote Pass debacle, Cody's controversial choices, and the wives' struggles, this article will explore how Cody's victim act just doesn't add up, and how it's time to reevaluate the family's true dynamics. The rise of Cody's leadership, how he shaped the Brown family dynamic. Cody's early influence, a look back at the beginnings of the Brown family's journey. How did Cody initially take control of the family dynamic, and how did his leadership style shape their relationships and living arrangements? Cody's decision-making process, examining the key decisions Cody has made over the years, many of which have sparked conflict, such as the move to Las Vegas, the decision to sell the family's home in Lehigh, and the controversial move to Coyote Pass. The impact on the wives. How did Cody's decisions affect the wives emotionally and practically? What sacrifices did they make for the sake of Cody's vision, and how have these choices come back to haunt the family? How Cody managed family disputes, the shifting power dynamics, Cody's approach to resolving conflict, and how his leadership ultimately pushed many family members to the brink. 2. The Coyote Pass controversy, Cody's unchecked power and its consequences. Cody's dream of Coyote Pass. What inspired Cody's vision for Coyote Pass, and how did he sell this idea to his wives? Was it truly for the family's benefit, or was it an idea driven by Cody's own desires and egos? The high cost of Coyote Pass, the financial strain on the family, including the issues of financing and property management. How did the wives contribute, and how has this decision caused further rifts? The wives' reaction. How did each wife react to the move, and why did some of them resent the plan from the start? A breakdown of the emotional and financial consequences on Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn. The land and the struggles. A closer look at the logistical nightmares of Coyote Pass, how the land was poorly managed, how communication broke down, and the ongoing disputes between Cody and the wives over property development and land use. 3. The breakdown of Cody and Christine's marriage, when victimhood collides with reality. Christine's struggle for independence. Christine's journey towards self-empowerment, from her discontent with Cody's leadership to her eventual decision to leave the marriage. How did Cody's actions contribute to her ultimate decision to break free? Cody's victim act. A deep dive into Cody's narrative about Christine's departure and how he tries to portray himself as the wronged party. Does this align with what we've seen on screen? Is Cody truly a victim, or is he deflecting responsibility for his actions? Christine's voice. What Christine has said in interviews and on social media, explaining her reasons for leaving Cody. How does her side of the story paint a very different picture than Cody's? Cody's inability to acknowledge his faults. Analyzing how Cody's refusal to take responsibility for his actions undermines his claims of being a victim. Is he so blinded by his own ego that he cannot see how his behavior caused the dissolution of his marriage? 4. The strain with Janelle. Cody's victim mentality versus real family struggles. Janelle's relationship with Cody. A breakdown of Cody and Janelle's relationship over the years. How Cody's inability to balance his time and attention among the wives has affected their marriage. Janelle's growing discontent. how Janelle's frustration has bubbled to the surface, especially as she watches the other wives struggle. How her independent streak has caused tension with Cody's need for control. Cody's victim narrative. How Cody portrays Janelle as difficult, demanding, and unappreciative, ignoring the deeper issues that cause their rift. Does Cody truly understand the emotional toll his actions have had on Janelle? Janelle's potential exit. Could Janelle be following in Christine's footsteps? What are the signs that Janelle may eventually choose to leave Cody? How does Cody's manipulation of the situation play into this? Robyn. Cody's focus on his favorite wife and its consequences. The rise of Robyn's influence. How did Robyn's role in the family evolve over time, and how did Cody's favoritism impact the other wives? Does Robyn enable Cody's victim mentality by supporting his every move, or is she a victim herself of Cody's emotional manipulation? Cody's exclusive focus on Robyn. Analyzing how Cody increasingly turns to Robyn for emotional support, disregarding the needs of the other wives. How has this caused friction within the family and led to accusations of favoritism and neglect? Robyn's role in the Coyote Pass debacle. How did Robyn's involvement, or lack thereof, impact the Coyote Pass project? Was her complacency part of the reason the venture fell apart, or is Cody to blame for not involving the entire family in decision-making? Cody's self-justification. How Cody justifies his favoritism toward Robyn and paints himself as the victim when the other wives react negatively. Is this a case of Cody using Robyn as a shield to avoid facing his own shortcomings? 6. The Brown family legacy. Cody's impact on his children and their futures. Cody's parenting style. How Cody's leadership and behavior affected his children, from his biological children with his wives to his stepchildren. Is Cody truly a good father, or has his focus on his own needs created lasting issues for his kids? The impact on Cody's sons. A deep look into how Cody's relationships with his sons, especially with his biological sons, have been strained. How Cody's victimhood narrative impacts his ability to father and guide his children. The daughter's perspective. How the daughters of Cody, particularly from Christine and Janelle, are dealing with their father's actions and his emotional manipulation. Will they choose to distance themselves from Cody as they grow older? The future of the Brown family. Will Cody's behavior have long-term repercussions for the family dynamic? Could the fallout from Coyote Pass and his broken marriages lead to a fragmented family legacy? 7. The fans speak out. Why Cody's victim act is backfiring. The online backlash. Analyzing the widespread backlash Cody faces on social media. How are fans reacting to his portrayal of himself as a victim, and why do so many viewers feel that Cody is deflecting responsibility for the family's problems? The wives' side of the story. How are the wives responding to Cody's narrative? Are they starting to speak out more openly, especially Christine and Janelle, to reveal the truth behind Cody's actions? The growing support for the wives. How Cody's victim act is causing fans to rally behind his wives more than ever. Is there a growing movement to support the women who have endured Cody's manipulative behavior over the years? 8. What's next for Cody Brown and the Brown family? The future of Coyote Pass. What will happen to Coyote Pass now that Cody's dream seems to be crumbling? Will the family fight over the land, or will they walk away from the property entirely? Cody's next move. What is Cody's next move in his quest to maintain control over his family? Will he continue to play the victim card, or is it time for him to own up to his actions? The family's future. How will the Brown family evolve in the aftermath of the Coyote Pass war? Will the wives finally break free from Cody's grip, or is there hope for reconciliation? Conclusion. Cody Brown's victim act in the face of the Coyote Pass war and the crumbling dynamics of the Brown family just doesn't hold water. Cody's actions over the years, from his leadership style to his favoritism and failure to communicate, have directly shaped the chaos and conflicts that currently surround the family. While Cody may try to paint himself as the victim, the truth is that he's the one who created these problems. It's time for him to stop deflecting responsibility and start facing the reality of his own actions. Only then can the Brown family truly begin to heal, or continue to unravel. This outline provides a comprehensive framework for an in-depth, clickbait-style article that explores Cody Brown's narrative, the Coyote Pass debacle, and the larger dynamics at play within the Brown family. You can expand each section with detailed examples, dialogue analysis, and emotional insights to reach the 40,000-word target. Let me know if you need further elaboration. Sister Wives. Robyn's insurance policy sputters, then backfires? Introduction. The drama between Kody Brown and his wives is no stranger to Sister Wives fans, but the latest twist in the Brown family saga has taken things to a whole new level. Robyn Brown, once thought to be Kody's insurance policy, in the midst of his rocky relationships with his other wives, has found herself at the center of a scandalous turn of events that no one saw coming. Robyn's carefully crafted position as Kody's favorite wife, one who seemed untouchable and secure in her place within the family, has suddenly been thrown into turmoil. Her so-called insurance policy, designed to safeguard her future with Kody and maintain her top spot within the family, is sputtering and, potentially, backfiring in ways that could change the entire Brown family dynamic. What started as Robyn's attempt to solidify her role as Kody's emotional and financial anchor is now becoming the very thing that could unravel everything. From whispers of jealousy to growing dissatisfaction with her place in the family, Robyn's position is looking increasingly precarious. In this explosive article, we will explore every angle of how Robyn's attempt to protect her place in Kody's world is slowly crumbling, leading to a shocking reversal of fortune. Hold on to your seats as we dissect how Robyn's once stable insurance policy has sputtered and why it may now be backfiring in the most dramatic way imaginable. Is Robyn's future with Kody truly secure, or is the very thing she thought would save her starting to tear her world apart? The rise of Robyn Brown, Kody's favorite wife. Robyn's entrance into the family. How did Robyn become Kody's favorite? A deep dive into her introduction to the family and how she quickly became the central figure in Kody's life. The Chosen One narrative. How did Robyn's relationship with Kody evolve over the years to create this perception? Was it really love, or was it a strategic move for both parties? Kody's public favoritism. Analyzing Kody's overt favoritism toward Robyn and how it impacted his relationships with his other wives. How did Robyn capitalize on Kody's focus and use it to her advantage? The emotional and practical insurance. Robyn's role as Kody's emotional and logistical anchor. How her position within the family seemed to act as a safeguard for her future. Was she truly secure, or was there always an underlying tension? 2. The concept of Robyn's insurance policy. What is an insurance policy in a polygamous family? Defining the term and understanding what it means in the context of a polygamous relationship like the Browns. How does Robyn's position serve as her protection against possible separation from Kody? Robyn's attempts to secure her place. How Robyn used her emotional bond with Kody, her role as a mother figure, and her marriage to ensure her future with him. Did she view her relationship with Kody as transactional, and did she take active steps to cement her dominance in the family? The power of favoritism. How Kody's favoritism allowed Robyn to feel untouchable within the family. How did this dynamic provide Robyn with a sense of safety and a sense of ownership over Kody's emotional and financial resources? Robyn's manipulation of family drama. Whether intentional or not, Robyn often found herself at the center of family conflicts. Was her role in stoking the flames of discord meant to solidify her standing, or did she genuinely try to be a peacemaker? 3. The cracks begin to show when Robyn's insurance policy starts to sputter. Rising tensions with the other wives. As Kody's relationship with his other wives deteriorates, how do they react to Robyn's perceived favoritism? Are they finally starting to fight back against the imbalance, or have they resigned themselves to their fate? Mary's disillusionment. Mary's relationship with Kody has been on the rocks for years, but her disillusionment with Robyn seems to have reached new heights. How did Mary's growing resentment toward Robyn start to affect the family dynamic? Janelle's growing independence. Janelle's gradual shift toward independence from Kody and her role as a more self-sufficient partner has caused friction. Does Janelle see Robyn as a threat, or is she simply asserting her own identity? Christine's quiet rebellion. Christine's eventual departure from Kody has been a game changer. How did Robyn's insurance policy fail to protect her from the inevitable fallout? And why did Christine's leaving have such an immense impact on Robyn? Cody's own uncertainty. Despite Robyn's apparent security, even Cody seems to be grappling with doubt. How have his feelings toward Robyn shifted, and why does he no longer seem as invested in her as he once was? 4. The backfire. Robyn's strategic move turns against her. The fallout of Christine's departure. Christine leaving Cody was a game-changing event, and Robyn's role in this breakup has been under scrutiny. Was Robyn's attempts to keep Cody's attention away from Christine ultimately part of what led to Christine's departure? The rise of tension between Robyn and the children. With Robyn increasingly in the spotlight, how have Cody's children reacted to her growing influence within the family?